Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Rare Coins Treasures. Imagine this, you're holding a penny in your hand. Nothing special, right? But what if I told you that same penny could pay off your mortgage, fund your retirement, and leave enough left over for a luxury vacation in the Maldives? Well, in the world of rare coins, crazy is just another word for profitable. The 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny isn't just any coin. It's a modern-day treasure hiding in plain sight, and its current market value, $576,000 for the right specimen. But here's the twist. Most people have no idea what they're looking for, and those who do often find it too late. Think about it. How many of these coins have already been spent, lost, or sitting forgotten in jars, their owners completely unaware they're holding a fortune? Everyday opportunities like this vanish forever now before you run to check your couch cushions. Remember, the last time you dug in there, you found a paperclip, a gum wrapper, and that weird button from who knows what. But today, you might just find your ticket to financial freedom. Let's rewind to 2009, a year when the U.S. Mint quietly released a coin that would go on to become one of the most sought-after modern cents in American history. 2009 was no ordinary year for the Lincoln penny. It marked the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent itself. The mint released for special reverse designs that year, but buried among them was a subtle mint markless variety from Philadelphia that would become the stuff of legend. Why so rare? Production quirks, low surviving quality, and collector demand combined to skyrocket its value. The highest graded specimens. They're fetching prices that could replace your 925 with, well, anything you want, no mint mark. Look right below the date on the obverse. A missing P or D is the first sign. Crisp strikes, sharp lines, no visible wear. Special bicentennial reverse, for possible designs each telling a part of Lincoln's life story. Coins, graded MS67 or higher, are where the money is. If you found this coin tomorrow, would you sell it right away? Or keep it as a piece of history? Because one choice might get you a new car. The other might get you a new house. Here's the scary part. These coins aren't getting more common. Every year, more are locked away in private collections, meaning your chances of finding one are shrinking faster than ice cream on a summer sidewalk. So, how do you make sure you don't miss your shot? Because the real secret isn't just finding the coin. It's knowing exactly what to do next. If you're lucky enough to discover a 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, here's the playbook. Don't clean it. Even a tiny scratch can cut thousands. From its value, get it authenticated by PCGS or NGC top grading services that prove authenticity. Auction strategically. Major coin auctions often ignite bidding wars among collectors. Picture yourself, auction gavel falling, your penny selling for over $500,000. No more counting pennies, you're counting investments, travel plans, and business opportunities. And yes, you can finally tell your friends, I literally made a fortune from a penny. Just be prepared for the awkward silence when they check their wallets. But here's the truth. Every day you wait, your odds drop. Coins like this don't stay hidden forever. They get found, bought, and locked away. That's why now, right now, is the time to start looking. And here's something to think about. If a modern penny can make you rich, imagine what an overlooked dime or nickel in your change could be worth. That's a story for another video, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. So go check your change, search your jars, and dig through those dusty coin folders. Your future millionaire self might just thank you for finding the penny that changes everything. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand. A coin so ordinary, so plain, that you'd toss it into a tip jar without a second thought. But what if that same penny could pay off your mortgage, buy you a luxury car, and still leave you with enough money to retire early? Well, that's exactly the kind of shock some lucky people get when they discover they own a 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny worth over $543,000. And no, isn't one of those late-night infomercial scams where you buy my course for only $999. We're talking real history, real collectors, and very real money. Here's the scary part. Most people who come across one of these coins never even realize what they've got. They spend it at the gas station, or it gets lost in the couch cushions. And that's the moment their $543,000 just disappears. Before you check your change jar, you need to understand why this penny is so valuable. Because it's not just about the date, and it's not just about the metal. There's something unusual, something most collectors overlook. And that's where the real money hides. In 1976, the United States Mint struck billions of Lincoln pennies. Most were stamped in Philadelphia, which at the time meant they carried no mint mark at all. So, if all Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, what's so special about this one? Here's where things get interesting. This coin's value isn't in its date alone, it's in the mistakes, the perfection, and the survival rate. And the combination is so rare, it's like finding a flawless diamond in a bag of gravel. The 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln cent that sells for hundreds of thousands usually comes from flawless preservation graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, striking errors, double dies, off-center strikes, or planchette flaws that escaped quality. Control.I appeal, brilliant luster, no scratches, perfect strike. Think of it this way: billions of coins were made, but only a handful left the mint in such pristine, error-laced perfection, and today, those few survivors are the crown jewels of the penny world. Yes, that means there's a microscopic chance that the beat-up penny in your car's cup holder is worth enough to buy you a Tesla. Or 5. Though if it's covered in coffee stains, you might want to clean everything else before that. Here's the danger. Collectors are constantly hunting for these, and once the best ones are in private hands, they may never hit the open market again. That's why missing your chance to find and sell one now could mean waiting decades before another opportunity comes. So, how do you know if you're holding the jackpot? Here's where most people either win big or walk away broke without knowing it. Look at the date, and mint mark must be 1976, with no mint mark under the date. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubled letters, off-center designs, or unusual shapes. Evaluate the condition. No scratches, bright luster, and sharp detail. Get it professionally graded. PCGS or NGC certification can be the difference between $1 and $543,000. Think of grading like a coin's Tinder profile without great photos and a verified badge. No serious collector is swiping right on your penny. Right now, your change jar could be a treasure chest. That coffee tin in the attic could hold your ticket to financial freedom. People just like you have sold these coins, gone debt-free, and started the life they always dreamed of. All because they looked a little closer. And here's the twist most people don't know. There's another 1970s penny even rarer, and if you think $543,000 is impressive, wait until you see what that one's worth. We'll talk about that in my next video, so if you ever dreamed of being a coin millionaire, don't miss it. Stop what you're doing and check your pocket change. Because the penny you're about to see could be worth more than your car, your house, and maybe even your retirement fund combined. This isn't a myth. This is about the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that, in the right condition, has been valued at a jaw-dropping $763,000 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. $750,000 for one single penny. Now here's the kicker. Most people have no idea they might already own one. That's why thousands of these treasures sit unnoticed in jars, drawers, and old coffee cans across the country. So before you run to the store to buy another lottery ticket, maybe check that dusty jar in your kitchen, because your jackpot might be hiding inside it, looking like just another boring brown penny. But what makes this coin so rare, and why are collectors willing to pay such insane amounts for it? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'll take you deep inside the fascinating story of this coin, the mistake that made it legendary, and exactly how to know if yours could be worth a life-changing fortune. Before we talk dollar signs, we need to understand the why. Back in 1975, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln pennies, most with a small D or S mint mark to show where they were made. But a certain number slipped through the presses with no mint mark at all. These weren't just random accidents. In some cases, mint marks were accidentally omitted during die preparation and in numismatics. That kind of flaw is like blood in the water for collectors. Why? Because rarity creates value. And when you combine rarity with age, pristine condition, and collector demand, you get a coin that doesn't just appreciate over time, it skyrockets. Quick pop quiz, if you had to guess. Which weighs more, a 1975 penny, or the feeling you'll get when you realize you've been holding $763,000 in your hand, exactly condition, coins in mint state or proof-like condition are worth dramatically more. Even a small scratch can cut the value by thousands. Rarity. Of error, the no mint mark 1975 is already rare, but ones with sharp strikes and full details are gold mines. Market demand in recent years. The demand for rare Lincoln cents has exploded, partly fueled by social media and online auctions where prices keep breaking records. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's a specific detail on the 1975 no mint mark penny that can mean the difference between a coin worth just a few dollars and one that sells for over $700,000. I'll reveal exactly what that detail is in just a moment. All right, let's talk about the detail. If you have a 1975 penny without a mint mark, look closely at the date and lettering. Crisp, full lines, with zero fading dot, the strike quality, no blurring. Perfect rims, the luster, that original mint red tone, not worn brown. A coin that checks all these boxes can send collectors into a bidding war that drives the price into the hundreds of thousands. The most famous sale to date? A pristine specimen auctioned for $763,000, shattering expectations. But here's the scary part. Coins like this don't just stay hidden forever. Every day, another one is found, graded, and sold. And once more, hit the market. Prices can drop. That means now is the window of opportunity. And remember, if your spouse catches you digging through couch cushions tonight, just tell them you're searching for our retirement plan. So, the next time you see a 1975 penny, don't just toss it in a jar. Examine it. Protect it, because that tiny copper disc might just hold the key to a completely different life. Life-changing. Wealth isn't always locked away in banks or buried in real estate. Sometimes it's right in the palm of your hand. And if you think this is just about coins, it's not. This is about opportunity, the kind that comes quietly, disguised as something ordinary, the kind that rewards those who pay attention. So, go check your change. Your millionaire moment might be waiting. Somewhere in America, sitting in a dusty jar, tucked away in a forgotten drawer, or even rattling around in your car's coup folder. There could be a tiny copper coin worth over $500,000. And no, I'm not talking about buried treasure from a pirate's chest. I'm talking about a 1971 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. If you own one, your next coffee could be paid for by selling your penny and buying the entire cafe. But before you rush to your coin jar, there's a catch. Not every 1971 penny will make you rich. Only a rare few hide the secret that collectors are paying fortunes to uncover. And if you toss yours into a Coinstar machine without checking, you might be throwing away enough money to pay off your mortgage. Twice, seriously. Coinstar won't give you $543,000 for it. They'll probably give you, well, 1 cent. That's a terrible investment return. 1971 was a year of change. In America, the Vietnam War raged on. Disney World opened its doors in Florida, and a gallon of gas cost just 40 cents. But hidden in the U.S. mint's production that year was a mysterious batch of Lincoln pennies with no mint mark. Most pennies struck in Philadelphia carry no mint mark. So what makes this one different? The answer lies in errors, scarcity, and condition. You see, a select few 1971 no mint mark pennies were struck with razor-sharp details, flawless surfaces, and rare die varieties. The kind that make expert collectors gasp like they've just spotted a shooting star. But the real reason they're worth $543,000 today is something we'll uncover in just a moment. And when you hear it, you'll never look at loose change the same way again. First, condition is king. If your penny is scratched, worn, or bent, it might still have value, but nowhere near 6 figures. The big bucks go to mint state coins graded MS67 or higher. That's like finding a 50-year-old car with 0 miles on the odometer. Second, the die variety. Some 1971 pennies show subtle doubling in the inscriptions, especially in Liberty and the date. This double die obverse can catapult its value into the hundreds of thousands. And third, rarity. Only a handful have survived in pristine condition. Think about it. How many coins have you kept untouched since 1971? Unless you've been time traveling, probably not many. Right now, countless Americans are unknowingly spending these rare pennies at gas stations, grocery stores, and vending machines. Every day that passes, more are lost forever. And the fewer that remain, the higher their value climbs. So what makes the $543,000 specimen so special? It wasn't just perfect. It wasn't just rare. It was the only known MS67 red example. At the time of sale, a flawless survivor of a coin meant to disappear into circulation in 2019. It shocked the numismatic world when it crossed the auction block for over $500,000. This isn't a coin you can simply order online. Once it's gone, it's gone. And every day you wait to check your change is another chance someone else finds it before you do. So tonight, before you go to bed, dig out that coin jar. Check your drawers, your glove box, even that old coffee tin in your garage. Because your 1971 no mint mark penny could be the ticket to a debt-free life, a dream home, or that cross-country road trip you've been promising yourself. The only question is, will you find it before it's too late? And if you do, maybe buy yourself a coffee, but skip Coinstar this time. Next time, we'll uncover another coin hiding in plain sight that could be worth even more than this penny. Spoiler alert, it might already be in your pocket.